All right, Taurus, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast for January 11th through the 17th. My name is Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to this type of astrology, be sure to check the description down below because the signs are different. All right, Taurus, so a much more supportive week this week in the astrology. Last week we had a lot of retrogrades and squares and aspects with Pluto and Uranus. So this week, very supportive, specifically involving the self-expression and involving the communications and learning, which is all in flux. You know, Mercury is retrograde, so it's a good time to be open to learning and be open to rehashing and revamping things. I would say specifically for you in terms of what's really meaningful to you in life, which is where you've had this last new moon and now Mercury retrograde in this 8th house. So it's great to be adaptive, to see new ways of, your interests and in terms of what's really meaningful to you on that deeper level, how you can have that openness in your relationships, really see the truth about life, communicate the truth, share it. All these kinds of things I think are a great energy to work with. And, it's a big part of it, too, is the shared resources side of it. So maybe healthy codependency, working with others in a healthy sense and opening up and that sort of stuff, too, maybe in the relationship sphere. So with those new moons, we do have here on Tuesday and Wednesday, Venus trining up to Uranus. So here there is perhaps some, liberating energies. This is your ruler trining up to Uranus, can be maybe quite exciting, maybe with group things or community stuff, maybe innovation or some sort of inspiration with Uranus in that 11th. And it's very much supporting your relationships this week. If you feel like the relationship stuff was maybe more on that serious note last week with Venus close to Saturn, that does tend to ease up here now that Venus is moving away from that Saturn area. But it is still good to stay nice and grounded and committed with those relationships, all relationships right now, with Saturn in that 7th anyways. But here can be quite exciting perhaps in regards to that. And just for you, maybe it just could be an exciting sort of time. Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe even a change to your routine, change to your daily activities. So then going into the middle of the week here, Wednesday and Thursday, we've got the sun trining up to that north node, which was very much emphasized in that new moon, but now really gets into focus. With this energy of the moon gaining, we are understanding more about these new beginnings and here how you can bridge the gap and really support what's really meaningful in your life with maybe your home and family or with your health and how there's this nice synergy between these two areas. So everything's about to shift with your life path in regards to there being more energy with home and family or maybe with your health and anything involving your roots in life, which already has been expanding for you since you've had Jupiter here for about the last 6 months or so. But now the North Node's shifting in here. So you'll find a lot of energy pushing you in that direction to cultivate these areas associated with your foundations in life. So a lot of this is also tying up any loose ends or just things that you might be involved with involving self-expression or your interests or your hobbies here from the past 2 years with the North Node in the 5th. But now it's definitely shifting into the 4th. So very supportive here. I'd say it's a great time with the health, the home, the family stuff generally for all of you, and even that self-expression. So with that, we've got Venus going up to Chiron. So you guys could be going through some healing this week, but with all this easier energy, I don't see it too much of a thing. Usually all Chiron transits, they do bring up the wounds, right? They do bring up those deeper aspects of life. But so long as you're open to healing and open to learning about yourself this middle part of the week and about relationships, I would say, and maybe even about your work or your routine. That could be very rejuvenating here as a result of that. And then going into Thursday, we have the sun, Mercury, going retrograde over the sun. And so that's going to be in your 8th. There could be some new insights about, again, what's really meaningful to you and how to release yourself from perhaps some unhealthy attachments, unhealthy bonds in life, which could be financial, like through debts, or could be, just emotional, could be through relationships or whatever it might be. So transformation really is the name of the game with the 8th, and you do have a tremendous amount of support here to release those old energies here this week. And here there can be specifically some insights with that. And again, especially with Mercury trining up to this conjunction down here in your 4th house and 5th house, it's all this transformation that's very much supporting your self-expression and your health, home, and family this week. And one thing I want to say too, Jupiter does naturally rule that 8th house of yours anyway. So it's nice to have the ruler of the 8th supporting the 8th, and also the group stuff or community things. It's very supportive for this. Maybe innovation, progressive ideas. These things are really being highlighted here with all these aspects from Uranus and Jupiter. But yeah, so that's Thursday. And then the weekend, we have Mars trining up to Neptune. So could be quite easy going for a lot of us, finding that ease of flow, maybe for you to express yourself. The expression over the past couple months with Mars in your 5th, in Virgo, sometimes that more clunky, slower energy of the grounded stuff, which Mars really just wants to come out of the gates and, in this sense, express yourself. But here it's been taking it slow. But now it's like there's something that's just easy going about it. You can find maybe there's some interests, some self-expression that's coming easy this weekend, and that'll be very supportive going into next week. Maybe really supporting you with this easygoingness about your career or about your work stuff. That's maybe becoming more in alignment with your soul, which has been a big theme with Neptune in your 10th house. And then I want to mention too, going into next week, your ruler Venus will be squaring up to Jupiter and the North Node slightly on Sunday. So seeing how you can really bridge the gap with all these new things shaping up this week along the life path involving these new areas, specifically around health and home and family, how you can integrate that in general, and how you might be quite optimistic with this transit too. So it's good to stay nice and grounded, but it's all about integration with the square and working in that grounded sense towards these shifts and changes. All right, Taurus, so have a great week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all next week. Take care.